Welcome back to another episode of Put It on the List. This week, we have an awesome show. We got you covered with Nerd News of the Week. We share our thoughts on all the cool stuff we watched. And we have our favorite rapid fire trailer breakdown. Bang, 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 bang. And last but not least, our double feature recommendation. Let's start the show. I'm Francisco, and I'm joined by my surfing compadre Andres, ready to shred some waves. What up, man? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic, man. Episode 56.
You sound fantastic.
Yeah.
56. The big 5-6.
Yeah.
Special.
It means
something.
It means it's almost a year. Next week, it'll be a year.
Is it really? Did you have the dates?
Well, it's one a week, and except for that one that we did 2 in a week, remember?
We did several 2 in a week.
You think so? It's pretty close, though.
I don't know.
We can look it up. We have it's. I'm sure it's somewhere.
I could look up the date next week when the first upload happened. But woo,
that's crazy.
Good job. And it only gets better.
Yeah.
And things that we keep watching.
Yeah.
They keep providing, and we keep providing the fucking bullshit commentary.
Yeah. The content. How was your week? Did you watch anything interesting or do something? What's going on?
Yeah, I watched some stuff. We'll talk about some stuff. You know what we're watching right now, which is not on the list, is because it's an older thing.
Yeah.
Well, quote unquote older thing.
Yeah.
Is we went back to watch season 1 of Fargo. Probably like the best season of Fargo.
Yeah.
And I think we're like 3 episodes in. And let me tell you, man, that show is so good.
Yeah.
So good. Like all the acting and the writing, everything across the board. That show is a winner.
Yeah.
Like, man, that was pretty badass.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you a funny story pretty soon. But what else have you been up to this week?
You know, ups and downs of the NBA playoffs, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Some days good, some days bad. Last night was not a good day. Tomorrow's game 7. So
what happened?
The Warriors had a chance to advance at home. They were playing in Golden State or in San Francisco, and they had a chance to advance, and they choked, and they got their ass destroyed. And now they got to go to Sacramento, where the other guys are, where Golden State sucks on the road, and try to win a game 7 on the road. That's where we're at with the playoffs. And the Lakers advance.
Just keep me informed, and I'll do my little seance for you, and maybe your teams will do okay.
Oh, man. I thought we were good, dude. For a second, I was like, ha, we won in 6, but no. Now I got to sweat it out another day. We'll see.
It's good for you. Little anticipation.
Yeah. And also, one thing that I rewatched that's older, me and Matthew and I watched because, you know, creepy corner time. We went and watched The Thing from 2011.
Which I've never heard of.
Yeah, it stars Mary Elizabeth Winstead and Joel Edgerton. And directed by Mathis van Hegingen. I don't know. Some
good job.
Norwegian guy. But it aged better than I remember. I watched it when it first came, and it's good, man. It's good. It's solid. Like, I think if you're gonna watch it, watch this, and then right after that, watch the original, and you'll be like, "Oh, that was pretty good. That's pretty good."
I read the thing's dope. So I never even knew this movie existed. So
I did it. It got destroyed on Rotten Tomatoes.
Ooh, was it on HBO?
It's on Netflix.
Netflix. The Thing.
It's
just called The Thing, not like The Thing 2 or The Thing.
No,
fucking the beginning.
Because they didn't want to give too much away, so they don't want to like The Thing 2 so they just called it The Thing.
All right. I might dip my toe into that later.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I got a funny story.
All right.
Totally randomly, my dad hit me up. He just sent me a message and he said, "Hey, I just finished watching the Games of Throne. All of it. I was like, oh, that's awesome. And he says, I liked it. I didn't know it was only 8 seasons. I was waiting for the 9th, and I guess that was it. I was like, yeah, I hear you. I hear you there. And then he goes
what
on
did he
to
want
say,
after the ending?
he goes on to,
what?
yeah, he straight up tells me, he's like, his whole thing is he has 2 takeaways. Number 1, he's like, Jon Snow, bad luck with the ladies.
That's funny.
Which might have been like the best synopsis of Game of Thrones ever.
I can see your dad saying it in my head. I'm like,
yeah.
You sabes qué? You know what?
A bachelor's life for him.
Yeah.
And then he tells me, he's like, even dragons, they're cool.
He's one of us.
Yeah. I was like, that might have been the best Game of Thrones review of all time.
I know.
Like, hell yeah.
We should get your dad to break down some shit with us. Be like, we're all like, they broke down society. And your dad was like, oh, you know what? It was just this one day this happened and the next day this. And you're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Thank you, sir.
It was pretty awesome. Like, hell yeah. All right.
Well, that's cool.
And with that nugget.
Yeah, you ready?
Should we get into some news?
Yeah, let's get into it. News and tidbits.
All right. What's the first one?
First one.
Big one.
Yeah, the writer's strike is looming.
Yeah. May 1st, which is like in a day or two from now, midnight, some shit or other, is when the official contract is done.
Yeah.
So, and here's the shit I don't get. The assholes on both sides have known this thing is coming for like forever. Since the last contract was ratified, probably like 4 years ago or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It always comes down to like fucking midnight, the day of these assholes. Like, well, I guess we should start talking and thinking and making a deal. You know what I mean? Like, this shit's coming. It's like a fucking game of chicken on both sides. I don't understand it. And like the studios are extremely aggressive while negotiating, and they don't want to give up a damn thing.
Yeah.
And the writers, because of the whole the streaming services take over everything, especially since like 2020. It's the landscape of theaters and like DVDs and now streaming. Everything's changed.
Yeah.
And writers used to get residuals from DVDs and like network broadcasts and fucking everything. You know what I mean? They get a little piece of the action. That's just how everything was structured. But now with like streaming, that those numbers, they don't get released. Like Netflix won't tell you how much your stuff
Kids played
was viewed. Yeah. So like there is no residual deal usually in place for any of those people who you would usually get them for like forever. They've got them forever. And it's like a fair deal because they created half this stuff. You know what I mean? And it totally makes sense. Like there's like a tiny piece of ownership and it makes sense.
Yeah.
And now the studios are trying to fight them and like don't want to give them anything. So now the writers like, screw you. So they're going to go on strike.
Yeah.
And this thing's actually been set up for a while because so many productions have already started shutting down like months and months ago. Yeah. Like they knew it was coming. Like I guess the studios just anticipated like they're just going to play hardball. They already started shutting stuff down like months ago. Yeah. So it's going to be a weird time. Yeah. And then on top of that, like talk shows are going to stop like Monday. Like everything's going to be very different landscape. And that's going to like possibly snowball in for like months if this keeps going. So who knows, man? What are your thoughts?
As everything in the world, it's all about the money. And it's going to be decided of how they divide the money. So, I want to say that maybe like a year or two ago, the writers had more leverage because the movie theater experience was kind of like in the gutters, but they seem to have made a bounce back. And so right now, I think the leverage is in the studios, but at the same time, you need somebody to make content. You need somebody to write this shit. Yeah. So I don't know, man.
Counters aren't gonna write shit.
Yeah, and like, what are you just gonna have reality shows? Nobody wants to. I mean, I'm sure there's some people that just watch reality shit, but some people want something with quality, you know, something with substance. So, we'll see, man. It's gonna be interesting. I just don't know, like if you're on, like, because in other unions, right, people work past their contract, right, and then they'll get back pay and stuff like that. But I don't know if they're gonna be just like, okay, the contract's over, we're done working, we're done.
Yeah, they can make a deal. And they could say, we're just going to keep the current contract going in place and we'll honor it as we continue to negotiate. But at the same time, that kind of takes a leverage away from the writers.
Yeah.
And they authorized a strike. And they struck last time. They're going to strike again. A lot of solidarity. It's going to be solidarity across other guilds, like the Directors Guild. And I believe the IATSE, who are like the crew.
Yeah.
So as if the writers go on strike, essentially everyone's gonna
it's shut down.
It's not gonna cross the line.
Yeah.
So it's a done deal. So
but if it's like that, then the leverage is in the people. You know what I'm saying? So because I didn't know if people were like, okay, well, this is written already, we can already work on this. But I'm like, everybody has a daily rewrites and shit like that. So
constant.
So I mean, it didn't make sense either. So, I mean, I hope it gets resolved quick. And I think everybody, like, how much money do the studios need? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's kind of like a greed thing, but like, I mean, we don't know what the bottom dollar is, what they get and stuff. And
no, but dude, it's wild. You'll be like watching a movie and you'll hear like a Rolling Stones song come up during like a film or a TV show.
Yeah.
They're going to pay anywhere between $100,000 to $1 million to use like certain songs.
Yeah.
Like that's a ton of money. And that's money like they refuse to give to like a writer who actually wrote the entire episode or the crew. Like, you know what I mean? Like that money could be used elsewhere for them to act like they don't have the money. Yeah, clearly have the money. Like you just choose to use it when you don't want to. So it's like a weird thing. But I really hope they're able to figure it out soon. And I hope the writers, they get what's theirs. And I think part of the other problem is like they expect like endless revisions from writers. And that's like part of the contract deals. Like, no, you gotta like, we turn our stuff in, you want more writing, you pay us more. You don't just get to keep like coming back to us for free revision. Like it's just a big problem.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that kind of shakes out. And best of luck to them, man. It's going to get interesting.
Sure is. All right.
Big piece of news. All right. What else we got?
All right. Moving on. We got a little bit of creepy corner news. Excited about this. The Exorcist revival gets a title.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I'm excited, man. It's going to be The Exorcist Believer. Ooh. Did it make you shit your chonies or what?
Did it pucker me up? Not at all.
No. Yeah. Well, it's going to be a Blumhouse production and Morgan Creek for Universal Pictures and Peacock. So many goddamn studios. It's going to be directed by David Gordon Green, which he directed the last
Halloween.
Yeah, so he's moving on to The Exorcist.
What do you think about that?
I've always enjoyed his work. So, you know, some are better than others. I didn't like the last Halloween, to tell you the truth. I like the one previous one better. But, yeah, man, I like The Exorcist shit. That was the scariest movie of my childhood.
Yeah, that was because they handle it so realistically, I think. It was not a happy film.
And like, check this out. So when I watched it when I was a kid, they would show it on regular TV, right? Cable or whatever. So it was edited, right? And I remember when I watched it on HBO, that shit got me again because it had all the curse words and all that, like, come here, you fucking cunt, you know, and all that shit. And I was like, oh, wait, you know. Remember that scene when they walk in the room?
Oh, dude.
It got me again.
I'm not even going to say some of the
yeah.
Like, God damn.
That was the most I could say. The rest is worse. And then, like, it got me again. I was like, oh. So it double got me.
The words and the tone that was used to say the words, you're like, oh,
I remember
Jesus.
She had the crucifix and she was like stabbing herself in a not pleasant place.
Yeah, like I said, they did not hold back in that film. Holy shit!
Because I was,
but I'm glad
just the theme song alone was like nightmare fuel for me. And I'm like, I remember like I used to flip it. Like I'd be awake in the middle of the night watching like Arsenio Hall. And like, I'm like, oh shit, they're showing The Exorcist on USA. And I'd flip it from USA to the Arsenio Hall show. And I'm like, as soon as I would hear the little theme song, I'm like, oh shit, it's about to get crazy. Bye. And fucking go like, woo, 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 with Arsenio Hall. Oh man. Well, yep. Exorcist coming soon. Excited.
Let me know how that one is for you.
Yeah.
All right. What else we got?
All right, man. Interesting. True Detective creator. He has an Italian last name. I can't remember his name. He's gonna write the Blade movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the crazy thing. It's already been written like 2 other times by like 3 other people.
Yeah.
So he's like the 4th or 5th dude who's rewritten this thing. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's not. They've delayed it a couple times. They changed directors. I want
them to get it right. You know, I don't want some turd. You know what I'm saying?
This is probably the one I'm looking forward to the most because it's going to be like its own smaller, contained.
Yeah.
Plus, it's based on. Well, there was 2 awesome Blade films. Let's just say.
I mean, like the legacy is there, right? And you want that to have a better legacy or keep growing the legacy of it. So yeah, I'm with you. That's why I'm like, all right, they're gonna try to rewrite it again. I'd rather them try to erase that. What was it called? The third one was called Trinity. Erase Trinity from my head, and then give me something better. You know what I'm saying? So I'm okay with it.
Man, did we watch that together? I think we did.
Yeah, I think we watched that together, and I think that's when we were out on Ryan Reynolds. Because didn't we watch that Weapon X together too? The Wolverine, and he plays
but that came out way afterwards.
Did it?
Yeah.
I kind of want to say that we were both like really angry. Did you watch it in the theaters?
No.
You didn't? Oh,
the Wolverine one?
Yeah, no. I did.
No.
I did.
It does look terrible. But yeah, Ryan Reynolds was funny in Blade 3 though. He was a highlight. Like he had some really funny scenes, man. You're like, this guy's funny.
Yeah, I guess. But that's not what I wanted.
No. Like it was that film was just a complete mess. Yeah. The Blade 3, or apparently the story is Wesley Snipes refused to be on screen with anybody. So if you watch the movie, he's never on screen with the same actors, like ever. And if he is, he's like in the far background because he was just being impossible to work with. Him and the director, I guess, got an actual fist fight on the set, apparently.
Yeah.
If you want to watch anything, watch Penn Oswald has a whole story about Blade Trinity. He calls it the most amazing film ever because that film should never even have existed. And somehow they're able to put together what they could to actually create some type of a film out of that. Because apparently they filmed most of the movie with Wesley Snipes stunt double doing most everything because they just could not film with Wesley Snipes on that film.
Yeah.
Wild.
That's crazy.
But yeah. New Blade though. New Blade.
Yeah.
Up.
And then I was just going to say Ryan Reynolds, man. There's a lot of movies that he's like the same guy in every movie. He's like,
I would say
he's good at talking shit. Yeah, he does that in every movie.
I would say 95% of his films, he plays Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it works. Everyone mostly loves it. So I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Lindelof was asked to leave Star Wars.
Yeah, Damien Lindelof.
Was he going to direct it, or was he just writing it?
Just writing it. I think they just brought him into. I think he was also, him and his writing partner were brought in to rewrite another Star Wars film. And then they started rewriting it. And he said they turned in their draft. And then that was, they're like, thank you very much. Bye. And that was it. And I think they brought someone else in to rewrite whatever. I have no idea. No clue what.
I wonder if the guys, the executives are like, this is like The Last Jedi. Do you not know how much shit we got into because of The Last Jedi? We're not taking Twitter? Chances. This is not the chance store. All right. You see that? It says Star Wars. It doesn't say chances. Get the fuck out of here.
No. Commercial or boss.
Yeah. Product placement. All right. Get the fuck out of here.
Must sell toys. Yeah. Did you not get that fucking?
Yeah. Who's that guy?
Yeah.
No, that guy, that's not cool. We need cool looking shit. Bro, like speaking of toys, we walked through the toy section today at Target.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of toys, a lot of cool toys. Man, if I was a kid, I wouldn't blame them. Little fuckers throwing themselves on the ground. Like, I want that, bro. There was like I didn't even check the price on it, but like there was a pretty big box of. It was a Lego R2D2. It was the big box. It was like a $300 box.
Dude, I told you I was on Target's website the other day. I was trying to buy like toothpaste or something stupid. And I don't know how. I just typed in like Batman. Because that's why I was curious.
Yeah.
So I typed in Batman.
Curious, yeah.
And one of the first things that popped up was the new Lego Batmobile from the latest Bat.
Yeah.
The Batman.
It was there.
And they had it. And I was like, because they have the Tumbler Lego and it's awesome.
Yeah.
And I was like, does it need a friend?
Yeah.
I think it needs a friend.
Totally.
I think it needs a friend. And it was only like, it's like $90. Like that's like half
you can swing
or
it.
A third what like a normal giant Lego set would cost. I'm like, oh shit.
Treat yourself.
I didn't do it. But I know it's there now. But I know its existence is out there calling
yourself.
And not just that. I'm not even done building my last Lego thing. I've had it for like 7 months.
Bro, you sound like a quitter, dude.
What? Me?
Yeah. You're like already quitting. You haven't even gotten it yet. Get it in the building, and then you can decide what to do.
I got finished Legos. We got unfinished puzzles. We'll get there. Woo. We'll get there. Anyway, so yeah, that's my non-Star Wars related Star Wars story. Lego Batman.
Yeah. I wonder what the script was about.
Who knows? We'll never know.
Yeah.
They'll never say. And I bet it was probably pretty cool though, because he does at least conceptually. Damon Lindelof does some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
So
I love that guy. Yeah, he's good.
All right, man. Next up, you got something interesting for us.
Oh, yeah, man. And man, April 26, 1994, Outkast released their debut album, Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music. Man, that was a moment in time right there. The first album created one of the greatest groups of all time, and it was April 26, 1994. Like I've said before, my English was not like great back then, so I had to like
back then.
I know if it's rough now. Imagine I didn't know a lot of these words. Like they had like they were in one album. They were like the chorus goes hootie hoo, my whiteout burns kind of slow. And in 1994, I think I was like 15. I'm like, what is that whiteout? A whiteout, if you don't know, it's like a blunt. They take the that's what you roll a blunt with. But back then I didn't know that shit. I'm like, why are they burning the owls? You know, that's my a lot of my journey through some of these rap albums, trying to decipher the lingo of the different.
You've had like your initial exposure, and then like your aha moments over the decades.
Oh yeah,
you're like
that's what they meant. Oh, that's cool. I've been saying it the wrong way for 10 years. But anyways, yeah, man, they have, I love that album. They have Players Ball, Get Up, Get Out, Get Something, Hootie Hoo. They have so many classics off that album for a debut album, man. And like the first 3 albums Outkast released were like classics. So shout out to the Outkast, greatest rap group of all time.
That's awesome. It's amazing how some groups, like their debut album is like amazing, and it's like they put their heart and soul into it.
Yeah.
And there's subsequent albums after that, you're kind of like,
Yeah, I know. They're getting better, bro. It's like, damn.
Good for them, man. That's awesome. And I want to point out the fact that it was released on 4/26, which was technically, officially, we screwed this one up, Alien Day, or Aliens Day, whatever you want to call it.
LZ426.
LV 426. Yeah, it's the planet that they crash on. Listeners, so people at some point in the last, I don't even know, 10, 15 years designated 4/26 Alien Day. So everyone like gets together, watches it. There's a bunch of screenings all over the country.
Yeah.
I've tried. I think I participated once and watched Aliens on 4/26, but it's a normal work day, so I couldn't squeeze in that masterpiece. But,
are you alien or aliens?
Aliens.
Yeah.
All the way.
I heard that the director's cut of Alien is better than the regular cut. I might have to
I've
revisit.
never watched it.
I'm going to have to revisit.
Now I'm interested. But now that Disney owns all of it, have fun finding it. I guess it might be on Hulu. I don't know.
Mm.
Anyways, all right. Moving on. What else we got?
What we watched.
All right. What, sir, did we watch?
We watched some Barry, dog.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We've been holding on to this one for a while.
Yeah. Somebody's taking his time.
Let's see. I love the setup. I mean, it feels right. Like they're not like cutting corners from like, all right, you know what? We're just gonna have to spoil it. Let's just tell right now, listeners. We're gonna spoil Barry. And so fast forward. All right, listeners. Fast forward 5 minutes, 30 seconds for all your non-Barry spoilers. Don't listen to this. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't listen to this part because we're gonna spoiling Barry. And so spoil away. All right, Andres, spoil away. Here I go.
Wow.
They start the show exactly where it's supposed to be. Like he's in prison, and it's like dark, and he's in a dark place, man. He's like, we watch him spiral every season, and he's finally spiraled to the point where you're just like, you kind of want to root for the guy initially, but you cannot root for the guy anymore. He's off the reservation at this point. Off the reservation. Like that scene with the guard when he tells him like, "I'll kill your whole family." I'm like, Jesus, Barry. Like he's like beyond self-destructive. He just wants to die at this point. And he knows what he's done and his encounter with Sally and so many little things. But the thing I want to shout out is like on the second one, that scene where like Hank at Dave and Buster's, like, dude, I think we rewound it because we were so like, we couldn't even hear half the shit he was saying because we were laughing so hard. Like we were losing our shit.
Yeah.
Like that was so good.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how it goes from like this crazy dude who's lost his shit to like, he's basically wants to die at this point to like these other characters that you just like can't stop laughing at. It's amazing. The show's still, it's awesome. What were your thoughts?
I know that scene you're talking about. It was fucking funny, bro. It's funny and it's good. They have great chemistry. Hank and Cristobal.
What did you think about Cristobal coming back like 100%? I thought he was going to be like hurting. You know what I mean? I thought he. They kind of like,
just fucking didn't address it at all. And like I think he'd be a little like on the Barry side, be like, oh, you know, like
yeah, like
that was like, traumatic as fuck.
But clearly, poor Hank is super traumatized.
Yeah,
like he's super traumatized. Like, how is he more traumatized than the guy who was physically tortured? Like, but I don't know. It's whatever.
Well, I think when Hank broke out, that kind of, you know, flipped the switch.
He's not okay. Yeah, he's not well.
Yeah. But it's a great show. It's got like I like the first episode better than the second episode.
Okay.
Because it just sets everything up and it's like so well made, you know, it's like really good to look at and stuff like that. So, and everybody's doing his job. And
I love the Sally going back to her home and you get to see her mom and just how fucked up like her family is. And you kind of see where she kind of gets it from. And you're just like, wow.
Yeah.
Good writing.
Yeah, that was good. And I like how they left episode 2 with the big cliffhanger where he's like, we had to kill Barry.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck, right?
I like the 180 he went from immediately to like, we got to rescue Barry and break him out so he can join our little crew to, no, we got to kill him. Like, yeah, I just want to know where the show's going to go. Like, clearly they're going to he's probably going to get out of prison.
Yeah.
And he's going to wreak havoc. And then hopefully, I'm assuming he's going to die. You know, he's going to like hopefully close up some loose ends.
Okay, so I'll give you 5 characters and you tell me which ones are going to be alive by the end of the season. Okay. We got Barry.
Dead.
Okay. Hank.
Man. I'm 50-50. You really, really,
but I think that's your heart talking. That's your heart.
The thing. But the show is going to do the unpredictable, and that would hurt the most. And are they going to go for the most amount of hurt? Like if Barry dies, yeah. If Hank dies, I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? It's like one of those things where like he's like the biggest hearted guy. I'm going to say 60% chance that he dies.
Cristobal.
80% chance.
What's his girlfriend's name?
Sally.
I
don't think she does.
And Fuchs.
I want to say, I want to hope like 99% chance Fuchs dies. Like he's like the poison pill for like so many things, but.
See, I can see Sally in prison, for whatever she did, you know what I'm saying? But everybody else is gone, dude.
We'll see, man. We'll see. The one, Kusino, he's also the loose cannon because
it's fucking funny, bro.
It's so amazing. Like he could have been free and clear. He could have been like just on his own, but he had to fucking just be his normal self and just not get out of his own way. And he was screwing himself over, talking to that reporter from Vanity Fair. And I just like talking to him, but like he did a full presentation and he started outlining all the terrible shit he was involved with. So he implicated himself. So he's going to be totally screwed this season. And it's like, because of his fucking ego and he can't get out of his own way. It's like the perfect setup to like his fall, whatever is going to happen to him. Like, dude, oh man, that was so funny. So funny.
Yeah. But that's it, man. Unless you got anything else.
No. Episode, we haven't watched the third episode, but fourth is airing tomorrow. Very excited. All right, man. What do we got next?
All right, Succession. I think episode 5. It still has a belt.
You still a happy boy?
Oh yeah.
You still a happy boy?
Yes. It's a happy country, bro. What are you talking about? No complaints. Everybody's just like, can I get the next one, please? That's all there is, bro. It's like,
what's funny? Because I'm not watching it clearly, but people are now comparing what's happening on Succession to what's happening in real life at Fox News because of I guess the owners were the ones that were firing some of their big reporters because they wanted more control. They're trying to like, got some election shit in there, and it got all like very political, crazy, weird power struggles, blah 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 blah. And they're like, this is like Succession.
Yeah.
Like, wow. I'm like, shit. Do I need to watch Succession now?
I don't know. Has anybody told you to watch it?
Yeah, idiots, shitheads.
Yeah.
Everyone loves it, but I just couldn't get through. I don't know.
But it's like
Christina
these people are not less shittier than the people on Knives Out. Tell you that much.
Which is really cool. So I'm like, shit. All right. I'll probably we'll have to revisit. We have to. We want some more Emmys, right? They gotta have to be doing something right.
Yeah. So, anyways, Succession. Woo! All right. Moving on. 100-Foot Wave had a season premiere like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Season 2.
I didn't know there was a second season. You were like, hey, watch 100 Wave. Like, watch the first 2 episodes. So I did. And then I found out, no, that's the first season. I didn't watch the second. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah. But you like it or what? Tell me what, because I'm ahead. So you tell me what are your experience.
It's pretty incredible if you have the time. It's like, it's a whole other world, like literally a whole other world.
Yeah.
That only a handful of elite humans would enter. And it was how it's shot and like you're experiencing and feeling the things and how they talk about it. I was like, yep, fuck that. Like that, I'm happy sitting in my living room, watch people like come within inches of fucking dying, and I'm good. But it's fucking fascinating.
It's fascinating.
Tell the viewers what it's even about.
Well, this one guy, a big wave surfer, is looking for the biggest wave on the world and the planet, and he kind of stumbles across a small town in Portugal where Nazareth, where during the storm season in Portugal, there's these 100-foot waves, and you have to get like towed in by a jet ski to catch these freaking giant waves. And he kind of creates. Nobody believes him. Everybody's like, so he's out there surfing these waves by himself, and
not those ones. He knows he can't do that. He knows he needs a support team.
Yeah.
At that point. But he got a support team, but yes.
But anyways, it's about catching the biggest wave on the planet, basically, for all these surfing big wave surfers and stuff. And it's a culture thing. And it's just like, for these guys, it's a way of life, man. And it's like a spiritual thing, and one with earth and one with water. And you're just like, holy shit, that's a big wave.
Dude, and some of the footage, like there's helicopters flying over these guys trying to like capture them. There's photographers trying to capture them, and they have no way to like measure the wave. But I mean, they have methods. Yeah. But man, it's like it's insane. And like listening to like the dude's wife talk about how one time she went under and she couldn't come back up. And this other guy explains like when you go underneath, it's like a minute straight of like dudes with like just beating the shit out of you. It's like how powerful, because you're under tons and tons of water at that point, going in all sorts of directions. Like you're just getting the shit kicked out of you for at least a minute straight. And then at that point, you could try to surface. So I'm like, and she's like, I thought I was gonna die. And that's at the point where I stopped doing it. Because I love surfing, but I love being able to breathe more. And I was like, preach, sister. That's why I know. Because I had a bad incident when I was a kid. I got pulled under like in a river, like on a white water thing, and I couldn't come up for a little while. And that was scary as shit. Yeah. I can't even imagine like this. Like, no gracias. I'm good.
Yeah. Well, that's season 1. Season 2, it still looks beautiful. And now it starts with COVID. Season 2 is like the beginning of COVID, or 2020, like that October.
Oh, don't tell me COVID's in the waves.
No, it's not in the waves, but they won't let them surf, and they're trying to like, they shut down all those beaches and everything like that.
That's right.
So they're like, they're getting tickets, and I don't know. Anyways, it's pretty good. I recommend 100-Foot Wave, guys, on HBO. It's pretty fascinating documentary series.
It goes a little slow, but I watched the first 3 episodes, and it's like a meditative thing. Yeah. Like it's not like a ton of action. Like you just kind of calm down.
Yeah.
And have it playing, relax. You could even probably be doing like a puzzle in the background, like in a nice, simple, taking it in. Like it's a very meditative show to watch.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's very cool. On HBO.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man.
Moving on.
What else we got?
Oh, creepy corner time. Scream 6.
Lucky you.
Scream 6. It was on Paramount Plus. Yeah, Paramount Plus. Yeah, starring Jenna Ortega. Wednesday. Everybody knows. And Melissa Barrera. It's good, dude. It was good. This one, I think I like. After watching this one.
Don't spoil it, because I want to watch it.
Yeah, it just made me want to go back and watch all of them from the beginning.
Oh, cool.
Because it was fun. I felt like it was fun. You know what I'm saying? And that's like, yeah, it's a slasher movie, but like the original one, the biggest part for me was like the fun part, you know, like the rules. Mm-hmm. And like in this one, they did a pretty good job of like emphasizing the rules. Oh, that's not a rule, or this is a rule. You know, like rules of scary movies and shit like that. And that's why it made me think of the older ones, like the first one, you know? So kudos to them, man. They did a good job, man. And me and my kid liked it. We enjoyed it. And I had some pretty gruesome kills. Let me tell you. I was like, whoa.
Do you think we can go from watching the first film to this one, or do you have to watch the one before to kind of get a better handle on it? Because I didn't watch the fifth. I didn't even know there was a 4th one. And then the 5th one, I kind of remember hearing about.
Well,
but this one looks cool. I want to watch this one.
The 5th one was cool too, with Jenna Ortega. That was so that's like this will be part number 2 of the new cast, you know, and
okay. So start it with maybe 5, maybe 1, 5, and 6.
Yeah. That'd be a good way to go about it, I guess. But yeah, definitely 5 and 6 are pretty cool together. I don't remember anything of 2 and 3. That's why I'm like, I kind of want to rewatch them because I don't remember shit.
2 is kind of throwaway. 3 was better. I remember they kind of got back to form with 3. I was like, all right, they're kind of getting back into
and then this one, there's no Nev Campbell in this one.
Yeah. Okay.
Nev Campbell's in the 5th one.
Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah, I'm interested.
Yeah, good shit, man.
Paramount
Plus. Scream 6. The slasher.
All right.
Moving
on.
What
else
we got rapid fire trailers.
All right.
Because we got a bunch again. All right. I enjoy having a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's fun. All right. What's the first one?
First one, Black Mirror, back for season 6. Is that your thing? Not your bag?
No.
I watched.
Go ahead. I watched like. I knew it got a lot of hype years ago, so I watched the first episode and like, God damn, this is like dark. And then like, okay, I didn't know it was an anthology series because I watched the second episode and I'm like, am I watching the same show? Like I didn't understand. And then I kind of understood, oh, it's like an anthology fucked up thing. And I think I watched like 2 more episodes and it was okay. But I was just like, I felt so bad and dirty after each watching those episodes. I was kind of done at that point. I just didn't need any more of that. So I never went back to Black Mirror after the first couple episodes of the first season. And now season 6 is out. And my psychotic friend, you're fucking digging it.
Well, I've only watched 2 episodes out of all the seasons.
Oh, ever?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like the
all
first
right,
one.
Take that back. You're just
no, I'm just
not psychotic.
I just know it's popular and people are gonna love it. So I'm just sharing for the world.
Dude, the cast is pretty crazy. I was like, dude, they got like
some heavy hitters.
Actors.
And I'm like, damn, I don't know if we're like, should we watch 1 episode a week? I don't know, man. Like, but I'm like with you, bro. Like after the first episode 1 of season 1 is kind of like super fucked up. And I'm like, do I really want to put myself through that shit? I don't want to watch Deliverance every fucking week. You know what I'm saying? No. Like, I don't want to watch that shit every week. And
it put me in a bad place after watching it. And I was like, I just don't like this feeling right now. Like,
and then like I watched another one because I was like, oh, I'll give it another chance. And randomly it took me to season 3 or 4 premiere episode 1. And it was like a social media one where like people's currency is like by likes and like people are like,
oh, I think I've seen that one.
Yeah.
I think
it's with the girl from Made Men, the redhead. What's her name?
Christina Hendricks?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one. Okay, yeah.
So
but still, yeah.
And that one is not as like, it's more psychologically fucked up.
Yeah.
And which I get the premise and stuff like that, but man, they went so hard on the first one. I'm like, I don't know if I want to fucking expose myself to all this shit. But it's popular. People ask me like, did you watch Black Mirror? And then I say no, and they look at me like I'm a B word. I'm like, sorry guys.
Maybe if it makes people feel better about their lives, like if
I don't know, man. It's I get the the cynical aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you have to be in the right frame of mind to be.
Yeah, I think, and I wasn't expecting. I was not in the right frame of mind at all.
You're like, this. Did you watch like Paddington like 3 times in a row to get that shit off you, or what?
That would help. While eating like a fucking gallon of ice cream and shit.
And the Great British Bake Off.
there's happiness in the world. They're hugging. Oh my goodness. That's so nice. I like it when they hug.
Nobody's yelling at anybody. Yeah.
So much for the rapid fire fucking
I know.
Trailer review. All right, so Black Mirror's coming back. There you go.
Next up, Taika Waititi's Next Go wins.
Dude, what's wild is they filmed this film before Thor.
Oh shit!
And Thor came out last, so this film's been sitting around for like 3 or 4 years. I think. How wild is that? But what did you think about the trailer?
It looks quirky, totally Taika Waititi shit, So
yeah, and it's funny because it's like it's about soccer, football.
Yeah,
and
but is it? I mean, come on, is it though?
But it has a lot of Ted Lasso vibes. I got to tell you.
Yeah,
I think you'll agree with me. I think there's a lot of Ted Lasso vibes there.
Yeah,
I think it looks quirky. I think it's more of like a rental, middle of the list. Like it's not going to be like a spectacle thing, but it might be like a nice, fun, feel good, quirky kind of thing.
Yeah, like a Cool Runnings kind of shit,
Yeah, it's 100% looks like. But like in Samoa, with them trying to play soccer, with them never have won a game before or something.
Yeah. So we'll see.
All right.
Like, we'll see, man. We'll see.
And Fassbender doesn't really do comedies, I would say. So it's going to be interesting to see him and Taika do their thing together. I'm very curious.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know. Anyways, moving on. What's the next one?
Next one, The Flash episode, or the second trailer. I know you skipped it because you want to watch the movie. Mm-hmm. You don't want to know anything else.
I'm in.
And I'm like, oh man, I think I'm with you now because I'm like, oh, they're giving too much shit away now. Even though I'm like, I like to see Michael Keaton as Batman, you know?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think like visually, I'm curious what they're going to take like that his iconic performance and designs and how they're going to present them with like a bigger budget. You know what I mean? Like, all right.
And this is like a total douchey nerd take, but I'm like, man, like the suit, like the Flash's suit looks like really saturated, but it's like whatever, man. But I'm like, it's like super red, like blood red and shit. I don't know, man. But
it's gotta pop out. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Equalizer 3. My guy, Denzel's back. Pop, 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 pop. Antoine Fuqua. Again. Last one.
Mm-hmm.
Have you watched any of them?
No. I want to. It's on my list.
Yeah, I recently rewatched these movies, and I gotta say the first one is solid as a rock. Second one was a little bit less, but I'm down, man. I'm down to watch some shoot 'em bang bang. So
this looks cool. He's in Italy, and I'm like, all right, and it's really well. Looks.
He just wants a place to chill, man. The shit keeps following him, man. It's it's not his fault.
Joe's my favorite pizzeria, bro. Now I gotta go kill everybody.
You got 9 seconds to decide what you're gonna do with your life. What? All right.
It looks cool. So I gotta go watch the first one, so at least I can watch this one too. This one looks cool.
Yeah, watch the first one, bro. The first, get your foot in the door. All right,
yeah, I will.
Platonic. Rose Byrne and my guy
Seth Rogen.
Yeah, it's funny, Apple man. TV. Like they had crazy energy and Neighbors, right? As a couple, so
Neighbors 1 and 2, I think it was.
Yeah, this makes fun. Rose Byrne is underrated.
Dude, she's funny as a comedian. Funny. Like, have you seen Spy with Jude Law and Melissa McCarthy?
Oh, I tried to, bro. I remember you liked that. I'm like, this guy.
It's a cartoon, motherfucker. It's a cartoon. And it's hilarious.
Like her performance. Does Paddington wearing a spy suit too?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. This movie's funny. There are some moments in this film where I'm just dying. I'm like, this movie has no business being this funny. And Rose Byrne, who's like this proper English, gal, doing some hilarious shit. Like, oh man.
All you need is an accent, and you're blinded by the fucking accent.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's in some fur.
It's like a fucking, it could be like a turd, and they're like, oh, I'll talk like this. And be like, did you see that turd? Oh my God, it was so good. Such an Anglophile.
Anyways, Platonic. It looks funny.
It does. I guess and he does look like a sick person. Right? He's supposed to be sick and she's helping him or something.
I think in the trailer. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, he's like shaving his head. Seth Rogen's lost a lot of weight over the years too.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's playing that role. But yeah, it looks funny. And it looks more like serious funny, not like Neighbors slapstick funny.
Yeah, like a dramedy. Like you're gonna shed some tears and have some laughs.
Dude, Seth Rogen was already in a movie kind of like this called 50-50, where him and Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
That was sad.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt was the sick one. Yeah, it was. But it's a good movie though. Good movie. All right, Platonic. What's the next one?
Moving on. Disney's Wish. It's an animated movie. Disney princesses type shit.
Yeah.
And that's all I got. To watch
Same. I don't know. Yeah, I did.
I've enjoyed them, bro. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say like, "Ooh, Moana." I don't know if you watch Moana. Moana's amazing, dude. Moana's a shit.
Last weekend we actually watched Moana.
Yeah,
holds up.
Oh yeah, but not for the first time. As a rewatch.
It's a rewatch.
Yeah.
We watched it like a long time ago, and it was cool. But I've been watching it again right now. I'm like, I don't remember being this cool. Like, there's like some sequences, like the little coconut dudes.
Yeah.
Like, that sequence was so good. Like, and it looks gorgeous.
And the songs. The songs are good. The music's good.
It works.
Yeah.
It's cheeky. When his little tattoos start like dancing and yelling at him and shit. Like, that was funny. Like, it totally worked.
I'm shiny. Remember the crab in the bottom of the ocean? Yeah.
There's some funny stuff.
There's some funny stuff.
Moana's it's one of their better films in the last like 10 years.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that this is, I don't know, it reaches a level. You know what? I kind of do like, though, that they're going to different parts of the world. They're not just like in one part, like they started with Frozen, the Nordic, whatever, white people. Then they went Moana, Pacific Islander. Now they went to South America with Encanto. They did Coco in Mexico. Now they're in the Middle East, I think, somewhere. I think that's where they're at. And that's what I took from the design of the buildings. Is like
I couldn't figure out this one.
The architecture.
Yeah,
for me looked a little Middle Eastern, like Morocco, maybe somewhere around there.
It's a very different style painterly. Like they're doing like this very 2D approach to everything. Everything's got like paint strokes. It's not like a clean. Like there's some stuff in Frozen that's like way too clean. I did not like at all. Mm-hmm. But this looks very like painterly. Like throughout, I'm like, okay, this is a different style. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, so I do like that they're going all over the world, each story. So spread the wealth. Good job, Disney.
Yeah. All right.
I think that's it for trailers.
Whew.
Boom, bang those out.
1 week, dude. That was just 1 week.
And there's something I didn't put on there. I didn't put the new Transformers trailer.
Oh, I forgot to put that one because I was gonna
trash it.
Nah. Maybe.
Well, I watched it. If you watched it, we can talk about it.
I watched it.
All right.
I was immediately struck by how different in quality the designs and the lighting looked from previous ones. I was like, is this a made-for-TV Transformers?
Damn, you are shitting on it. I wasn't know if it was an improvement or... I liked it. I mean, bro, I just sent you an Optimus Prime video the other day. I'm like, I can't help it, man. I'm going to watch it.
You know what? What if it's amazing? I have no idea. Yeah. But here's the thing. Keep this in mind. I'm curious. I didn't know this shit's coming out like in 5 weeks. Like it's about to drop in theaters. Yeah. This is like the first marketing material that's really come out. I'm like, dude, your shit's coming out like right around the corner and you're not like marketing it? Does that mean you know something we don't?
I've seen another trailer before this one. Like a month ago.
There was another one. It was like, I don't know, man. Hoping for the best, but
negative Nancy right now.
Dude, the last film, The Bumblebee, that was probably the second best Transformer film.
That's what you said last time when we watched the other trailer.
Bumblebee is still good. This movie, I don't know. I don't know.
You're going to be on a ship parade, I see. All right. Moving on.
Yeah.
Optimus Prime. Anyways, new to the list.
Yeah, we got a couple.
All right. First up, we got Citadel. Sorry, the young wolf. And an Indian actress that I don't know her name, but she's hot.
I believe it's out on Prime.
Yep.
What have you heard so far?
Not extremely positive things.
Same thing.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is, it's 6 episodes.
Yeah.
They spent upwards of $300 million apparently.
Yeah.
Because they had to, apparently they reshot the whole thing because they changed the people who created the show.
Yeah.
Quit. They had to get new people come in and had to reshoot it again. Dude, $300 million. I almost want to like quit. You're not going to see $300 million on screen because like half of that is like in the dumpster somewhere because they just got rid of it and started over.
Yeah.
So fuck. Like
that's a lot of money.
God. Oh my God. And it didn't get great reviews. Like they've got to be like, oh. Yeah. Anyways, I'm still curious about it. I'm still kind of curious. I still want to watch it. I don't care. I still want to watch it. But are you gonna watch it?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. And then another thing that I read is like this is gonna be the first in the line of series about like they're all intertwined and shit like that. So they're already like pot committed to this.
Not just that, but they're having like it's a regional thing too, like the spies in this country and the spies in that country. I think they're gonna like release like an Indian version of it, but it's all related. So let's see how this plays out. But on the opposite end of that, as far as reviews go, something that's getting killer reviews is Silo coming out on Apple this week.
Yeah, May 5th.
So that's kind of are you going to tune in?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to check it out, see what's up.
People are giving it good reviews. I think it visually looks great.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to watch this one.
Me too.
And then past that, what else we got?
We got Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania and Disney Plus. But the 17th.
It's like in 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. May 17th.
So I'll finally check it out and see what everyone's whining about.
Yeah.
It can't be that bad, right?
Just remember, don't be a dick, all right? Next up, all right, we got a Woody Harrelson movie on Peacock, Champions. He's a basketball coach and he gets punished and he has to coach a special education team. Basketball. Looks funny.
It looks funny.
I don't know. Good. I'm like kind of, I hope it's not like too insensitive. You know what I'm saying? Or are they done with a little bit of class? I hope it's not. It doesn't just like, I hope that the special needs is not the punchline every joke. You know what I'm saying?
There's no way it can be. I mean, especially nowadays, like if you do something that stupid, like you're gonna get torn apart on social media.
Yeah.
So and, you know, it's not gonna happen. I think it's gonna be pretty good.
But I like Woody Harrelson, so we'll see.
Yeah, the cast looks good, man. All right, here's another one for it. This is because it's coming up this week.
Yeah.
May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. It's
Nice.
like a thing. Let's call it a marketing thing, but a thing nonetheless.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
You gonna watch anything? You're gonna what should people be watching? What do you think? May the 4th.
I might be good this year because I've already watched everything. I think.
You know what would have been cool? I just realized if they had pushed The Mandalorian out by a week or two and they had the finale on May the 4th, how cool that would have been.
Yeah.
That would have been some tie-in right there.
Yeah.
I think we're going to rewatch Andor at some point soon, so maybe that'll be our excuse to jump in to something.
Well, good luck to you guys. I need something new. I'm not going to rewatch anything. I think if I were to rewatch anything on that day, it would be like Empire.
Okay. That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Get in, get out.
That shit holds up, bro. Like, it still looks amazing.
No doubt. They did a good job designing it, shooting it in the snow.
Yeah.
Must have been painful. But
yeah.
That's a good one too. All right. Take it into consideration. All right, what else we got?
All right. Next up, we got double feature. All right. We went, so we got bit by the 100-foot wave bug. We went with a documentary double feature. So, you know, for me, like I didn't want to, because a lot of documentaries are really fucking heavy subject matter and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So I kind of was like weaving through some things that are really good, but kind of like fucking sad and depressing.
I did the same thing.
So I'm like, I don't want to talk about that. That's good, but I don't want to talk about that. So I went with It Might Get Loud, a 2008 documentary with
Jack White.
Yeah, Jimmy Page and Edge.
Yeah, that one's cool.
I love that documentary, and it's about partly their lives and their musical journey and stuff. It's pretty cool. 3 different generations. So yeah, check it out. It Might Get Loud.
It's cool because they shot it like all 3 dudes. They just went to like this soundstage together and they just had their instruments around.
Yeah.
And they just kind of shot it like just off the cuff.
Yeah.
You can kind of tell there wasn't like a huge script or anything like that. It's just dudes talking,
Yeah.
dudes jamming, the dude just fucking going into history and everyone kind of super respecting and into each other's like presence. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was so cool. And it's trippy because it's not like a documentary that covers an instance in time or an event. It's just like, here's these dudes just talking about some shit. And that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Along with that one, this is not a recommendation, but something if you want to watch something kind of cool like that. There's a Foo Fighters documentary that's honestly, it goes from like the beginning of it is like the end of Nirvana. And it just follows Dave Grohl and how he went from there to writing the Foo Fighters first album, to recording it, to recruiting the band, and then going on tour with it. Like that's a journey and a half of a lifetime for folks. And it's such an amazing film. Like my respect for the Foo Fighters went up after watching this film. So if you want something kind of more uplifting and interesting and like, wow, I don't even know what that's called, but check out that Foo Fighters documentary.
Good one.
If you haven't seen it, have you seen it?
No, but like you're like talking about it, you don't even know the name of it.
I wasn't planning to. You threw your fucking musical one at me, and I'm like, oh, I've got like 10 of those in my back pocket. Here's
it's my one. It's all my bad, dog.
Yeah, get your shit together. All right. I was trying to figure out what documentary I should recommend. And
this one's different. Do a no-name documentary.
It's an older one, I think, from like, I don't know if it was the 90s. I'm trying to remember when it came out originally. I actually watched this in college, but it's a film called Harlan County, and it's like a slice of life in America, and it's basically about coal miners that have to go on strike because they're just getting treated like shit, and it's fully like you're just interviewing all these just people from like middle America getting treated like shit by like their corporations, and they have to go on strike for the first time, and it just follows people around, and it's like this total slice of history, slice of America, all at one time in a way you've never really seen it. It's all about like unions and being treated right, and because they're getting treated like shit. Coal miners, like you get the black lung and you die, you know. So it's like it's rough, and on top of that, getting treated even worse by your employers, and they had to fight for what was right in their area, and they had to get the support of the town, and it got crazy. And like, this is a surprisingly really cool documentary, Harlan County. And I'm tying this in because it has to do with like the writer's strike, or people who are trying to like get what's fair treatment, I guess. So I think that's a really cool film to check out during this crazy time if it happens with the writers. Harlan County, check it out. It's probably on YouTube. It's older.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah,
I know about Harlan County because I used to watch the show Justified, and it was set up in there.
There you go.
And there was like, a lot of coal mining shit. But
yeah, it's really good. It's good. I was surprised. I'm like, we're gonna watch what? And you like halfway through, you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like just give it a shot, folks. Check it out.
All right. Well, that's cool. We got Harlan County. Is that what it's called? Harlan County?
Yeah.
And it might get loud for your double feature.
Totally different films, but totally both worth it.
All right. Well, that does it for today. All right. That's our show. Thanks for listening. Anything you want to add, buddy?
I'm good, man. Lots of stuff to catch up on still.
I know. Thank you for listening again. Please like and subscribe. Leave your comments and recommendations. Are we missing anything out there? Let us know. I'm Francisco.
I'm Andres.
And that's it. Have a great week. 2 nerds, 1 pot. Let's go. Vámonos. Put on the list.